Hello! In this live stream, I will share with you a manifesting method that is so easy and effective that it almost feels like cheating. You can do this while you drift away in the morning. I will share with you really soon. And I will, after that, share a really cool Sanaya quote I will share from my life, what has happened the last week, a couple of really cool things. And I would love to hear from you guys, where you're from, what's been going on in your lives the last few days. And you can, of course, ask me anything, and you can also share anything you want. And if you want to join us either with the screen, camera, or just audio, the link is in the chat and in the description. If you click that, you can join on camera, or just audio if you don't want to show your face. So I'm going to go straight into that manifesting technique, because a lot of you guys never heard about this live stream, maybe never seen me before, and you're here because of the title, so I will talk about that quite fast. This is really, if you haven't heard of this, it might change big time for you. If you have heard of it, it's a nice reminder. I've been working on a whole playlist about which methods has helped me to manifest in the last week. And the whole playlist is also linked in the chat if you want to take a look at it. And this is the only method that is about visualizing, because I struggle with manifest by visualizing and feeling the joy of having the things I haven't gotten yet. So I haven't talked a whole lot about it. I believe in it, and this method is about visualizing, and this is one I can manage because it's so brilliant. Have you heard that if you visualize the thing you want in order to manifest it while in deep meditation, it increases the speed and how effective this thing is, visualizing? You might have heard that. And for some can go into what they call a theta state. It's the brain waves and deep meditation in seconds. Most of us can't. And we need to sit in meditation for a long time to get there. And here's the trick. Forget about that for a while anyway. When you wake up in the morning, you are already in a theta state. When you wake up in the morning, your brain waves are perfect for manifesting. So here's what we do. This is the cheating part. It's not cheating, of course. It feels like cheating. What you do, you set on your alarm a little earlier than usually, so you have a little time before you get up. And when that alarm rings, let's say you put it on for 6 a.m., right? And it goes off, and you're tired, and your job now is to play your movie in the head, the visualizing, and everything just picture what you want, right? So you just close your eyes and you start imagining the thing you want. Could be like a movie, right? You see yourself in this setting of living in that house or whatever. And you are already in theta state. I forgot to tell you, before you do that, sorry, I'm a little tired. It's late in Norway, so I'm a little slow today. Hit the snooze button on your alarm. That's the first thing you do. It goes off, you hit the snooze, you close your eyes, you start playing that movie in your head, the thing you want, right? And you just enjoy watching that movie, visualizing the thing you want. and maybe you even drift back into sleep. Maybe you're in between sleep and awake, and you hit the snooze button, remember? So the alarm goes off again. Beep, 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 beep. You hit the snooze, and you continue to watch that movie. If you fall asleep, that's fine. And it goes off, beep, beep, beep. You hit the snooze, and you keep watching that movie. That's all you do, because you are in the theta state. Isn't that quite cool? Of course, you don't have to fall asleep, but it's that space between awake and sleep. But if you're awake, and just enjoy this movie. And what a wonderful way to start the day. Yeah, watching your favorite movie. Yeah, great. So if you want to check out the other methods, just look at the playlist manifesting. And if you're not watching the live stream, I will also paste it in the description below, the whole playlist, if you want to watch the other methods, which are quite cool, I might add. Great. Let's see if there's anybody out there. Yes. Gabrielle says, hello, Terry. Hello, Gabrielle Lazari. Sounds Italian, maybe? Anya, PJ, good evening, Terry. Good evening, Anya. Thank you, thank you. Feel free to ask me anything you want, share anything you want. And while we wait for people to do that, I will share something with you that I find very fascinating. And this is a quote again from Sanaya. This is Suzanne Gieseman's guides channeling messages through her into emails you can get every single day. Many of us struggle with finding our purpose. Why are we here? I feel I'm lacking meaning in my life, right? So here's what Sanaya, Spirit, says about this. I'm now reading the quote, the email. You may not know what your purpose is, but what is your passion? We can assure you that the two are linked. What gets you excited and fuels your enthusiasm? Can you couple this in service to others, in assisting others in some way, or in connecting? Now you have found a recipe for growth. And if you are passionate about nothing, then perhaps you are going through a fallow period where some dense energy or weeds in your field could stand to be cleared. Others' passion is to serve as healers. Seek them out and set the intention that you come into alignment with your true nature. You are so very loved, says Sanaya. And I would like to dive a little bit into these words. So Sanaya is very clear. Purpose and passion is connected. You will find your purpose in your passion. No doubt about that. And if you can find something to do to be of service to others, we kind of know this, right? To be helpful, and to have a purpose of actually helping other people. I really can't speak today, it all stops anyway. If you're passionate about nothing, and Sonara says, others' passion is to serve as healers, helping other people. Seek them out and set the intention to come in alignment with your true nature. So if you're in a rut, you feel stuck, maybe seek out people who do what you might want to do. because it said the fastest way to become a millionaire is to surround yourself with millionaires, because we get so influenced, right, by people around us. I thought it was very cool. Thank you so much. Gabriel says, yeah, let's see here. I asked if Gabriel was Italian. Yes, Italian 100%. Wonderful. Lazai. Chrissy, morning all. Chrissy, I'm from New Zealand, right? So it's morning for you there, and it's spring. While the autumn and fall is coming for many of us. Let me ask you guys, have you had in a manifesting money week or so on the channel, have you guys had any experience with manifesting money or other things? If we can share some methods, some insights with others, would be great. If you have something to share, please do that if you feel like it. Chrissy, yes, from New Zealand. Wonderful. While I wait for that, I would like to share something cool that happened this last week. I don't know if you saw it, but I use sometimes I use my glasses too. I use my glasses as a pendulum, right? They move by them. Well, it's not by themselves. It's the ideomotor effect, which is happening also with the pendulum. And I use my arm as a pendulum. I let it swing down by my side, and it goes back and forth for yes and sideways for no. And you can do this body sway. You stand up straight, not sitting but standing, and ask a yes. You will feel pulled forward, really clear, and you will feel pulled backward for a no. And I told you guys that I don't trust it, right? I don't trust it to make serious decisions in my life. It's a fun thing to do. I really don't know what is going on here. The ideomotor effect is scientifically proven that there's tiny, tiny muscles in our if you use a pendulum in your hands and arms that move. But you don't know that you're doing it, so it's unconscious. The question is, who is controlling the ideomotor effect? I'll pause that story and I'll get back to it, because now we have Martin in Stockholm with us. I can see you here. I'll put you onto the stage, Martin. Just give me a sec. Yes. Martin, hello. You are now with us on the channel. Welcome.
Tack så mycket. Thank you.
What would you like to share or tell us, Martin?
Well, I've been working a lot. I really like Jay's videos. And it's not easy to manifest, really. A lot of memories and inner thinking or in the way of manifesting, I think.
Yeah, have you had any success with it?
Not really.
Anything you want to share? The main reason you decided to come on screen with us, Martin? What is that?
Well, not really. I'm still in the learning mode and training and trying to adapt to this method. It's been kind of a month or something I've been listening to you.
Yeah, sorry. The audio is. I'm gonna take you out there, Martin, because the audio is really, we can't hear you at all. So sorry about that, but we need to hear what you're saying, and hopefully the sound is good from me. But thank you for sharing with us what you, if I understood you correctly, Martin, that you have been testing this, but you maybe haven't had any luck yet. I might have misunderstood you, but that playlist on the chat is very, well, it's what helped me, and it's very concrete. I did this and that happened. So hopefully that might help you. So let's look at some more comments. Man from Argentina. Let's see. Anja says, tomorrow I'm going to do a remote healing for a friend after joining Jonas the Healer's course. Maybe a start for making money. Wonderful. Great. You're going to do remote healing. That's wonderful. You went to a course and you actually integrated it and you started doing it. Anja, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah. That is wonderful. And of course, people like us, I'm not just talking to Anja, but many of you guys, we have big hearts and we're bad business people. I'm generalizing now, but it's not out of thin air. So maybe we should, myself included, do some shadow works on how on pricing. You know, I see this all the time. People, they get great results. They get their lives changed. And what do? We charge 25% of what a car mechanic charges. What is that? You know, what is that? It's nothing. The car mechanics deserve the money, but so do we. So the question is a car mechanic, is his or her job worth 4 times more than yours? Really? Is it? No, it's not. So I'm talking to myself here, but I know this hits home for many of us with big hearts and not very clever business people. Yeah. Anyway, Stacy writes, it's a little slow today, I think. Hello, Terry from Soccerman. Gabrielle, oh, look at this. She used the speak up method, it looks like. Gabrielle Azari, a few days ago I asked for a solution, good to my financial issues, good to the universe, and today my manager at work gave me some very useful practical tips to get more clients. Nice. Very good. Very good. And Gabrielle, of course, you can also, if you want to go deeper into getting clients, it's still open if you speak out. My intention is that I'm receiving a solution to get more clients. You know, you can also do that if you want to be a little more specific. It's still open. It's still a solution. Yeah. Good morning from Hawaii, Dragonfly. Divine Light, right? Hello, Terry. Did you experience anything that has not manifested for more than a few months? Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. So an example would be my dream RV, you know, the camper van. It is not happening. I can't seem to make that happen. And there's a lot of things that hasn't come through for me. Absolutely. So not everything comes, no. And it's an interesting Thank you, Divine Light, for asking that question. Because I don't think everything is in our path, Maybe it's not the path we decided to go before we came here, maybe. And also, I forgot to mention that, but last time, I think it was, I read the Sanaya quote, and I really do believe in Sanaya and Susanne Giesemann. You might disagree. My perspective on this is that what Sanaya says comes directly from spirit. I really do believe that. I might be wrong, but I don't think so. I believe that's true. And I think it was last week when I read that email about how spirit wants you out of patterns, or your soul wants you out of, if you're stuck, and your soul is here to grow and expand and learn, and all we do is eat pizza and watch TV, again about me. Spirit, your soul or whatever, might kick you out of it. Kicking and screaming, I think maybe what Sanaya used to phrase. And you go, no, I don't want to change. But yeah, you're going to get a really clear signal that we're going to make things happen here. So the reason I'm saying that is that we hear in spiritual teachings that we manifest everything in our lives. Every little detail we have manifested. And if that's true, what Sanaya said, that we are kind of kicked in the butt to get moving, well, that's not true, is it? That we manifest everything in our lives, because spirit kicked our butts to get us moving. Well, we probably have agreed maybe before we came here, but about things that doesn't come through, from Divine Light, the question. So maybe it's not meant to happen. Maybe that's why we don't get it, because it's not aligned with the bigger picture and our purpose and path here. So who really knows these things? I certainly don't, but it's fun to speculate. Yeah. And then it's Janssen Gerard Jonah from Rotterdam. Hello, hello. Nice of you to say hello there. Gabrielle, also today, a few minutes after I saw a Facebook post about Bitcoin, a contact of mine sent me a business opportunity about it. Things are moving. Things are moving, Gabrielle. Nice. Very nice. Let me get back to my story about about the divination, using the arm or using the sway, communicating with spirit, either with the tools or your body. It could also be muscle testing. And I did the arm. I had a question. So I thought, I'll ask spirit and see what happens. And it swings back and forth for yes, sideways for no, right? And I didn't have an opinion about the answer, because I really didn't know. But it was either swing this way or this way. And suddenly my arms started going around in circles. And that is so wonderful, because I was like, what? It's going in circles. And I that thought didn't cross my mind at all. And a circle might mean we don't have an opinion. The question was unclear. It can mean a lot of things. But for me, it was a confirmation that there's something there, because I didn't think circles at all. And suddenly it surprises me. And the pendulum can do that too, of course. Suddenly you're surprised. What? And that's for me kind of a confirmation that it's something there, that is not me, only me subconsciously making those moves. And today in the airport, I was in Berlin today. I'll tell this really quick. and we were waiting to see the gate, right? And it was A, B, and C, A, B, C, D, different areas in the Berlin airport. And I told this woman, hey, let's do a little fun thing. You use your female intuition, I use my male intuition. I will try to feel which letter will it be. Not the number of the gate, but A, B, C, or D. You know, it's just a fun thing. And she said, I think it's going to be A. And I said, I think it's going to be C. You know, and it tells you when the gate is coming up, right, on the board. And it was like just a few seconds before. And I got this feeling, and I got, why don't I ask Spirit? And I didn't tell anyone, of course. And I just took, and people didn't notice that I, listened to my arm. And I said, hey, is it A? No. Is it C? What I said? No. Is it B? Yes. And that's swing. Yes, it's B. And I said to the woman, hey, can I change my answer to B? And she was like, well, no. And boom, it came on the board, B21. Isn't that cool? That's also kind of a confirmation. Okay, if it's 25% that it got it right by accident or coincidence, right? But still. And I had no focusing or connecting. I just, in my mind, I said, hey, is it A? No. Is it C? No. Is it B? Yeah. And it took me 4 seconds to do that, the whole thing. I think that's so cool. So my faith in divination and dowsing and using the arm is a little up these days. But still, don't ask should I move to this city and sell my house and divorce, and the arm says yes. No, please don't do that. Listen to yourself. This is just a fun thing to do. Yeah. Okay. We have another on the line, and this time it is going to be Pablo. Who's that?
Hey, Derek.
Are you there, Pablo?
I'm doing.
Yeah. Hey, nice to hear you. It's the voice again. Yeah. How? What's up with you?
Well, the first thing you asked is how are you, and I was just automatically going to say I'm doing good, but it's I'd rather say I'm living interesting times. I have a couple of things.
That's a nice way of phrasing it. Yeah.
And I would like to have both your and Jay. And one of them, you were talking about your.
I'm so sorry. I think it might be my connection, which is not strong enough to support people online today. So I'm going to cut you off there, Pablo, but please send me an email if I can help you with anything. So I won't be taking on any more people because it seems to mess up the signal here. But thank you for trying. And I checked the internet. This looked great, but maybe it wasn't. Okay. And we have a question from Catherine Champ. How do I get my guides to talk to me? Yeah, you can use a pendulum or dowsing rods, those swings. You can. There's tons of it. Use your arm. Use your glasses. Mine swing back. It's the same as the arm. You can try it yourself, and it doesn't have to be magic glasses. It's your intention. That's the key here. This is a yes. And go in and go sideways is a no. So, and you can use your body, and there's lots of ways. Getting to hear a voice is quite rare. I've heard it once, and yeah. So that's you can use it in many ways. Yeah. John Creighton, how old were you when I, in particular, got you started on manifesting your life? Well, I was 50, 48 maybe, 6 years ago. Before that, I didn't have any interest in this at all. I thought it was just weird. Those weird spiritual people. It was not on my radar at all. Yeah. I tried the. Have you tried the removing clouds? I did it lots and lots a few years back, but it's not very useful. So, but it's a cool confirmation. It gives you belief. And I was sitting in this Berlin airport today and looking out. There was this lots of white fluffy clouds, and I thought, oh, I'll do it. I'll test it. And I saw the edge of a cloud. It was just a little piece of a cloud. It's easiest for me anyway with the whitest, smallest. And I just looked at it. And I didn't speak as I used I made a video about this. I have a code instead of speaking. If I can't speak out loud, I had like a code word that signals that I'm serious, what I'm about to think. You can choose whatever code word you want, right? Mine is adsum, which means I am here, I am present. And I just looked at the cloud, and I just in my mind, adsum, my intention is that I am experiencing that a cloud is gone. It took, I'm not going to exaggerate, that's the word, perfectly pronounced. Took like 5 seconds. It's like, zip, and it's gone. Fantastic. So I felt, wow, it did not happen that fast last time I did it. It was fast then too, but now it's like, what just happened here? It was a really small one, but earlier I would have used maybe 20, 30 seconds. Now it's like, zoop, and it's gone. So it's really, really cool. Yeah. So try that if you want to feel your power and how connected you are to everything that is. And just the theory, that cloud is barely physical, right? It's not very solid at all. So I think that's why it's so easy to make it go away. There's no rain in it. It's just, barely physical, right? Yeah. Christy asks, might be too intrusive, but do you have kids? If so, are they interested in this passion as well? No, I don't have kids. And if I did, they would have to show interest for me too. We're all on our path, And the 100% Italian, Gabriele Lazari, writes, do you think the visualization first thing in the morning is as effective as the ones done in the state akin to sleep? I don't understand the question, Gabrielle. First thing in the morning. Well, it is. Oh, so like when you're awake and really awake and do it, I don't know. But I find it like a beautiful method just to be able to be half asleep and just fantasizing and visualizing your dream life, and you can fall asleep and the alarm goes off on again and you continue your movie. I just find that wonderful. So easy. Yeah. Let me check my notes here. Yeah, I think I covered most of it. But to be really, what the method that seems to be just blowing everybody away is the first video in that playlist, and it's about listening to an audio tape at night. I didn't make it. We are, in fact, Jay and I, in the process of making one of those, but that I'm going to come back to that. She wrote the script to it, so different. But this video that I linked, it has millions of views, and the people in the comments, you listen to it while you sleep. It's affirmations, and the comments are amazing. It's tons and tons and tons of people reporting. It happens so fast, so fast. So if you haven't done that, my friend, I really would encourage you to do that. And the reason why I shared it, because it helped me manifest 5,000 euros for 2 trips really fast. And I didn't do anything else, like methods back then. I only listened to not that tape, that audio, but one similar. It's amazing. Yeah. Okay, Gabriel, you mean just before falling to sleep? Well, I think that's probably the same thing, close to sleep. So yeah, you can totally do it before falling to sleep, or you can do it when you are half awake in the morning. I think that's the same level. Yeah. Pablo, I woke up to a dream about a cat that was my best friend for a while. Well, isn't that nice? Any other questions? I would love to answer them. Or you can share anything you want. I think I covered most of them. Get my notes again. Yeah, I'm going to read you something. That was I kind of wrote it, but it was kind of I followed inspiration very much. So it's not all mine, but I'm going to read it to you, okay? It's not very long. This is mission control. You are not ordinary. You are not broken. You are not alone. You are an elite explorer and astronaut on one of the toughest missions the universe offers. You chose Earth, knowing it would be hard and that you would forget who and what you are. Remember, you came here with a mission, not to be perfect, but to experience, to stumble, to rise, and to find light in the darkest hours. You did it not because you had to, but because you were brave enough to grow in the roughest terrain. Every moment you choose compassion over fear, curiosity over numbness, or truth over convenience, you're proving why you are here. Hold on. Guidance is still reaching you. The signal is there. Listen for it. Every time I read that, it makes me emotional. And I take that as a sign that it's, because I've read it so much, but still take that as a sign as there is something to it. Maybe it's our soul, higher self, that reacts like that. I don't know. Yeah. Chrissy, I have made my own money video. Great. Using my own voice. Great. So far, so good. Great. She's talking about what I just mentioned, that link to that video, that's a woman talking, right? But what Chrissy has done is recorded her own with her own voice, and that might be even more powerful than listening to a stranger. When you sleep, you actually now listen to yourself. Yeah. Chrissy says, thank you for sharing. Thank you. Rick writes, hi Terry, just discovered you the other day. Brightest blessing to all. Thank you, thank you. Divine Light asks, how fast did the 5,000 euros show up after listening to the audio? In a week or two. Yeah. And people report on faster results than that. It's like the day after. It's like crazy. So if you haven't listened to an audio like that, you really, really should do it. Yeah. It doesn't cost anything. It's totally free. It's like 8 hours long. You can turn the lights down, right, and just let it play on a comfortable level of audio, so you can hear it, but it's not disturbing you too much when you sleep. So yeah, the link is in the first video on that playlist, number 1. It's labeled. No, I can't find it now because I'm afraid I'm gonna mess up the whole system here. Deep sigh. When I meditate with a very open mind, I travel and see people doing things from above. Cool. I can control it a little bit. What is this? I know it is far from my physical body. What it is? Yeah, it's out of body experience, deep sigh. And it seems like you experience this without knowing what it is, which is kind of cool that you are gifted when it comes to these things. Many people struggle for years to have an out-of-body experience in OBE. And you seem to have it just like that, if I'm not wrong about what you're, I'm assuming, which is, I might be wrong, but really cool. Yeah. It's an out-of-body, it's some people travel, in meditation, they close their eyes and they can see. We're also talking about here is it is proven that CIA has done this and tested this remote viewing, that you can, with your consciousness, move and watch another area and details. This also sounds a bit like this, Deep Sigh. So maybe, Deep Sigh, you should contact your government and tell them, and you will get lots of money to be a spy. Or maybe not. But really cool. Something you should Google this and find out more. Sounds like, you have a knack for it. Very cool. But very rare that people write these things. Yeah. Especially when they don't actually know what it is. Yeah. Very cool. Pablo, the cat, I guess, got sick and died. I questioned myself whether I did my best for her or not, and love went away. How to clean that up? Well, nothing dies, really, right, Pablo? And you know this, of course, but and we don't see the big picture. We are in the valley. Your higher self and your soul is on the mountaintop and can see the whole valley. We can only see this little part. So, and nothing dies. We don't die, and the cat doesn't die, really. That version, of course, in that body dies, but we live on. So I don't know if this helps you, but yeah. And I'm sure you did your best. I'm sure. Yeah. Next one is Tasa, hello Terry. Thank you again for the amazing videos and a great help. Thank you. I simply ask a question in order to contribute to the discussion, and I guess that is the next message. How often should we practice visualization? I know the great Neville Goddard used to visualize every night. Does the constant visualization make us attached to our desires or not? Yeah, I don't know, and I think the best answer is that whatever works for you, Tasa. This kind of work does not work for me. Believe me, I tried for a long time to visualize money and things I wanted. Sitting and having the visualize the exact amount of $10,000 in my account. Blah, blah. No, no, did not work for me. But I don't. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I'm not saying that. Just it didn't work for me because of my limiting beliefs and inner critics, and probably and blocks. So I did it other ways instead, which worked fine for me. So I'll just stick to that. Constant visualization make us attached to our desires. I don't have a good answer for you there. No. How often should you practice it? Well, that's another thing. If you're like, oh, I have to do this every day, and it becomes a task you need to do, and it's a level of desperation in there because I need it to come now. It needs to happen and to be a part of my life. And no, it doesn't feel right to me to do it that way. It's like nagging the universe. It's not here yet. I'm gonna visualize again. You have to give it to me. No. No. What are your opinions about it? Of course, there is no right or wrong answer. It differs from person to person. Yeah, that's exactly it. Pablo talking about my best friend, the cat, and myself. Yeah. Got that. Yeah. If you're questioning if you did everything you could, I'm sure you did, because if you didn't care, you wouldn't ask yourself that question, Pablo, right? So, yeah. On the YouTube channel, it's called Rising Higher Meditation. Yeah, that's the one I found, I think. The title begins with abundance, affirmations, while you sleep. Thank you so much, Christy A. That's exactly right. That's the video I found. If you Google or go on YouTube, the channel called Rising Higher Meditation, the titles begin with abundance, affirmations, while you sleep. There's a ton of them out there. But just check the, if it has a lot of views, that's a good sign. And take a look at the comments. If people go, oh, I got this in one day, and maybe, yeah, you don't have to be one every time, but find of course a voice you like and something that resonates with you. Yeah. Deep sigh. Every time I rest, no, I will not work from sorry, I didn't understand that. Christy, sorry for your loss, Pablo. I know it well. We had several fur babies that were our best friends. We nursed and cared for that past. Rips the heart for sure. Yeah, totally. Oh, totally. Animals are from the angelic realm and part of your life path. You will see them again. They visit you whether you realize it or not. Yeah. Cool. Helene Sandberg, what can we do if the intention method does not work? Well, as I said, not everything comes through. And there is something with letting, I don't know if this is the answer you're looking for, Helena, so I'm assuming here, there's something you really want, right, in your life. And the speak up doesn't seem to be working. What brought me most peace and money and joy is to give it all up. Is to let go and to trust and I actually gave up, and that's when things starting to shift for me. You don't have to give up, but it's to trust and to live in the belief that you are guided, you are protected, you are on the path, you are not alone in this. I don't know what you're trying to manifest, and it might be correct, and it might be something your soul wants and not just your ego. But not being a dog with a bone and living as a part of this universe with trust helped me the most. So I used to have a list of things I wanted. That list is not interesting to me anymore. It's no, I really don't. This is sounding very, and I might be on might be not the best path in terms of actually being a creator and not. So I'm a little unsure of what I'm telling you right now, but it brought me peace and joy and calm and low shoulders, and not having a list that I wanted to manifest, and more go with the flow and see what happens. And I'm so lucky, things just fall into my lap, right? That happened only after I let go. After I stopped controlling outcomes, stopped controlling to manifest, I want that kind of thing, just going with the flow, things start to move much, much, much faster. So, yeah. I'm a little tired traveling, I'm rambling, I'm gonna close up soon. So let's see here. But remember, everything I tell you, don't listen to me. If you listen to me, use it as a stepping stone, pull it apart, put it back together, improve what I'm saying if you can. If you like it, great. But this is just my story, right? It might not be yours. Don't give your power away to anyone. Not a single entity. You are in charge. You are on the throne. You are part of source. You get to decide what's right for you, nobody else. So I like to see that you can listen and learn and be inspired, but run it through your heart and go, is this for me? Does this resonate for me? If it does, great. And if it doesn't, perfect. Improve it if you can, right? Yeah. Hannah, long time made a big picture collage. Yeah, this is cool. The system is slow today. Hannah, a long time ago, make a big picture, a collage of all the things I wanted to achieve. I forgot about it. After years, I found it again. And a lot of the things had come through. Yeah, had come through. Very, very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Hannah. Tassa, sometimes I feel just as you said. It's gone. No, it doesn't work. Okay. Sometimes I feel just as you said. Sometimes it feels like a desperate task event. It's very easy Yeah, it's very easy. Okay, some say the constant practice is the key. Yeah, I don't know. John, okay, you were 50, or I'm 53 now, so I guess I was 48, 7, 8 or something. But what in particular drove you to try manifesting? A book, a person, what? Okay. I discovered my powers by accidents, and I was very interested, and in my depression, Dark Night of the Soul, I was obsessed with studying spiritual stuff. So I guess it's a part of that, and I kind of discovered the speak up method, that you can talk to the universe and you get immediate response. And I found that so fascinating that almost nobody's talking about that. So not a particular book, but I listened to so much, I read so much. So I guess what I saw most was near-death experiences. I love those stories. Fascinating, yeah. And there's been research into this, and no way all those people are lying or imagining this, you know. So I guess the answer might be the near-death experiences. There's a lot of stories out there. Yeah. Terry, do you have communication with your guides in a similar way as Susanne Giesman? No, not like channeling. No, not at all. I do get pop-ins, and I get insights and ideas, and we all get those. It's if you suddenly get an idea, but you didn't think about that thing, it just poof was there. Then for me, it's a clear sign. It's guidance, because you weren't thinking about that topic as a poof. So I call that a pop-in. Yeah. Thank you, Catherine. Yeah. Marianne writes, can we manifest only material things or also situations? Absolutely situations. A good example is conflicts. My intention is that I'm experiencing a solution to this conflict. If you have it with your boss or whatever, and really often it just fixes itself. Yeah. So absolutely situations too. And you can test it, right? My intention is that I am today experiencing a compliment from a stranger, and see what shows up, right? Yeah. Ollie Do writes, constant practice is the key for some people, complete surrender is the key for other people. I agree with Terry. We choose what resumes smokes for us. Hannah, have you read, she asks about a book or something about the near-death experience? No, I haven't read that one or heard about that. Yeah, but that's really probably, I'm going to check that out. Let's see if you can put it on the screen. Yeah, there it is. Anit Morjani about near-death experience. Yeah. I actually met a medium today by chance or not, who knows, right? And she helps souls and spirits that are. She told me a story about one of them. When he was alive, he was almost without noticing, I think, shot between the eyes. So he died like instantly. And that soul or that spirit was so confused. He didn't understand what's going on. And I hear this from other sources too. if you die really, really sudden, and maybe you had no interest in spirituality or what is the afterlife before that, right? So you don't understand what's going on, really. So she helps those souls or spirits to cross over. Find out really, really wonderful job to do, right? To help those people who don't understand that they're dead. And I asked her, do you tell them that they're dead? Yeah, she said, I tell them. Because I hear people say different things about that. If you should mention that they're dead or not. So these are things that are happening to my life. I suddenly now I'm at a medium in Berlin, out of the blue. And I'm so lucky. You know, my luck has increased many, many times, many levels after I stopped trying so hard and just go with the flow and go with the trust in the universe and not trying to control, and seeing that it is a co-creation, this life. It's not me alone. And that's another thing about that, sitting alone, visualizing $10,000 and feeling the joy of that alone. I don't know. It's not for me. We're creating this together. You know, you and your guides and the universe. We're not alone in this. No, it's a collaboration. Yeah. Yeah. Ollie do writes here about what resonates. That was the main message. What resonates for us. It's beautiful to help the dead. Yes. So what do you do? You ask a person in a dinner party. So what do you do? Well, I help the dead. Okay, that's how we have something to talk about. And I know I said this many times, but another thing about not being stuck with a list, and I have to have this in my life, otherwise I won't be happy. So, like, let's say, I have to have a partner, a loving partner that loves me. I cannot be happy before I have a loving partner. Really? And and the thing is with that, this might be the lesson is to, let's start to learn to love ourselves first, and then a partner can be a bonus on top of that. We don't need a partner to be happy. It's nice. I'm much happier in a relationship than out of it, but my love for me is the lesson. And if I don't have that, and I try to find that love in a partner, maybe that partner has the same issues of not loving themselves enough, and then you have a relationship that might be a lot of fighting, because so we're asking and we want things that maybe it's not in our path right now, right? So yeah. No, and I was going to say that if I follow my list of manifesting things, it's limited to what I can imagine. The universe has better ideas than you have, sorry to say. The universe sees the big picture and can send you things which are 100 times better than you can imagine. So why would we sit with our lists and force manifest things? No, it's much more fun to leave it open and to be surprised, right? I could never have imagined that a person called Jay would contact me and help me. No, it was not on my radar, but that happened. Yeah. Yeah. I think maybe an hour is enough Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm not doing the healing thing. I'm a little tired and probably fall asleep. But I'm also thinking about these live streams. I want to continue, but I love this back and forth talking to you guys. I want to keep that. So, but I'll find the form of it later, I guess. Yeah. Gabrielle, it's better to cultivate peace, self-love, and joy in order to flow with life. Yes. Yes. It absolutely is. And Hannah writes, let's start to love ourselves first. Yes. Totally. Totally. That is so important. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you live in a week. If you have any questions for me, just send me an email or in a comment. And that's the good thing about being a small channel. I can still respond to every question I get. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. And I'll see you soon.